Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the atmospheric of our world around us, and this time we will talk about quite common problem and the problem that recently is becoming more and more severe. We know that since 1971, when Richard Nixon agreed to disconnect the dollar from the gold parity, so actually since then, and actually since 1973, because always when such recommendation is given by the authorities, it needs some time for implementation, and uh, oil crisis from 1973 even facilitated this process. So briefly, dollar was disconnected from the gold parity, what actually means that now there is no reference point with respect to money, and we actually don't know who has larger amount of money, who has smaller amount of money, who is richer, who is poorer, because now the money actually became a sort of useless paper. If government needs more, or companies, they will push the government to print more, as it happened during the last 2 years of madness with small Chinese friend. They printed as much as they could. The same was in 2008 when there was a banking crisis and so on and so on. So we see that this solution that was initiated by solution in quotation initiated by Nixon in 1971 was, of course, it was planned to use this solution temporarily, but as we know, temporary solutions are the most permanent ones, because many people who do not have good intention can find in such a situation a lot of room for their bad practices. And the result is that I agree with people who say that money we have in hand now anywhere around the world is a worthless piece of paper, or a collection of some coins that is always under the speculation and about its value. Like, for instance, the ratios between one currency of one country and second currency of a second country. Many people who are doing currency speculations are deciding about its current value, because of course they are doing this only due to the fact that they want to earn on their speculation, and speculation is nothing more than ordinary theft. It's done under the cover of great speciality and pseudo-economical knowledge behind it, but it's nothing more than ordinary theft. So, having now this short introduction, we know that the money we have in hand currently is a piece of paper, and now part of the global elites and our ruling elites want to eliminate cash, or cold cash, as some people call it, from our life, and force us only to performing the electronic payments. I'm not supporter of this because of two reasons. Despite the fact that our money we have currently is worthless, still having cold cash in hand gives to the individual some possibilities of doing some transactions out of control, even minor ones. This is one thing, out of control of government and big companies. And another issue, cold cash in hand has also another feature that it's positive. If we, for instance, don't have it and everything is electronic, government can completely, and corporations control what we are buying, and on the basis of our purchases they can later block our transactions in the future. For instance, you are not reading the proper books, this political content we don't like anymore, you should buy, for instance, more Erich Fromm or Wilhelm Reich's works, not the ones on the other side, or vice versa. And another issue, that many people who are defending cold cash, despite the fact its usage is now in minority of all financial transactions, majority of them I agree are electronic, but I still defend cold cash, because it gives us also the possibility that we block one process from happening, that electronic money will be subjected to more and more speculations. And for instance, if the guys above don't like you, they can, for instance, introduce temporary money that you have to spend it within 2 months or 3 months, and you will not have any savings. So at the end of the day, there will not be a possibility of getting retired quicker, and there will not be a possibility of just conveying this money or your wealth to your kids or anyone who you choose. So in heritage will be more and more difficult, almost impossible in this way we knew it till now. So transferring goods to other people will be very, very difficult. So this is one of the purposes. Of course, one can say there is inflation, so money is losing value with time, which is true. That all money, if we take the period of time long enough, is temporary. But now, the ruling guys can introduce such a rule that you have only 2 or 3 months to spend it. So you have nothing. At the end of the day, you have nothing, and you even cannot plan in advance your expenses. Now you can, and that's why many people defend cold cash. And also some people who have some kids, they also would like them to inherit this what they have. So some people have cash, some people have some possessions. With possessions it's easier, but some people would like their kids to inherit their cash. If the cash would be temporary, this purely electronic one could be like this, then it wouldn't be possible. So I hope that I explain the importance of existence of cold cash nowadays. All the best, have a nice day, bye.